Hello friends, in this clip we shall discuss about morphology of flowering plants. We shall discuss some questions which appeared in previous year question papers of different competitive examinations. Now, first, in unilocular ovary with a single ovule, the placentation is. Now, unilocular ovary is the ovary which has only one chamber or one locule. Okay. Now here, okay, the answer is the basal placentation. So answer is basal placentation. So here you can see in case of maize, there is a single ovule which is attached to the base of the ovary, and the ovary is single chambered. So answer is basal placentation. In marginal placentation, the ovules are attached to the walls of the ovary. So this is the ovary and this is the ovary wall. To this ovary wall, okay, the ovules are attached, then it is called marginal placentation. In free central placentation, ovules are freely attached to the central axis. Okay. Then in axial placentation, here you can see ovules are attached to the central axis. Okay, but here the locules, okay, there are more than one locules. Okay, it means ovary is divided into several locules. Estivation of petals in the flower of cotton is correctly shown in. Now, cotton shows twisted estivation. The flower of cotton shows twisted estivation. Cotton belongs to the family of hibiscus plant. Okay, that is Malvaceae. So both hibiscus as well as cotton, they show twisted estivation. In twisted estivation, okay, here you can see one margin of the petal. Okay, before that you should know what is estivation. Estivation you already know. Estivation is nothing but the mode of arrangement of petals and sepals in their respective whorls. So in twisted estivation, the margin of one petal, okay, overlaps the next petal. Okay, and the other margin is being overlapped by the previous petal. Okay, or you can say like this: the margin of one petal overlaps the previous petal, and the margin of the other margin of the petal, it is being overlapped by the next petal. Then it is twisted estivation. Okay. In valvate estivation, here you can see the margins of the petals, okay, they are just being touched. Okay, they just touch each other. Okay, that is valvate estivation. In imbricate estivation, the two margins of one petal, okay, they are completely overlapped. So this margin also overlapped, this margin also overlapped, and there is another petal, okay, it overlaps the both the margins of the petal overlaps the next petals, and remaining petals, they show the twisted type of arrangement. In valvate estivation, so spelling is incorrect. Okay. In valvate estivation, there is a large petal that overlaps two smaller petals. These two smaller petals, they in turn overlap the smaller petals. So this is nothing but valvate estivation. So here answer for cotton, okay, estivation in cotton is the second one, that is twisted estivation. Flowers are zygomorphic in. Now zygomorphic means bilaterally symmetrical. So in zygomorphic flower, what happens? The flower can be cut into two equal halves. Here you can see this is one equal half, this is another equal half. Okay, along only one vertical plane. Here you can see only one vertical plane passing through the center. So if you cut it like this, it will not form two equal halves. If you cut only in one plane, vertical plane passing through the central axis, the flower can be cut into two equal halves. So here the answer is gulmohar. So gulmohar can be cut into two equal halves along only one vertical plane passing through the center. Now remaining datura, mustard and tomato all have actinomorphic flowers. Now actinomorphic flowers means radially symmetrical flowers. So here the flower can be cut into two equal halves along any vertical plane passing through the center. Okay. In asymmetric type of flower, the flower cannot be cut into two equal halves along any vertical plane passing through the center. So here the example is canna. So here answer is Gulmohar. Which one of the following diagrams represents the placentation in dianthus? Now you already studied that dianthus shows free central placentation. So which of the following, okay, which of these is a free central placentation? This is the free central placentation. This is axial placentation. This is a free central placentation. This is marginal placentation, and this is parietal placentation. So in dianthus, the placentation is free central. So here the answer is 3. Whorled simple leaves with reticulate venation are. Now whorled means, okay, from a single, usually from a single node only one leaf arises. In whorled phyllotaxy, okay, in whorled leaves you can say, so in whorled leaves more than two leaves arise from a single node. Okay, and leaves are simple and reticulate venation. You can see simple leaves which is showing reticulate venation, okay, and which are showing whole phyllotaxy. So here it is a node from which here you can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So you can see 7 leaves arising from a single node. So that is nothing but whorled. Okay, here answer is Alstonia. Answer is Alstonia. This Calotropis, okay, it shows opposite phyllotaxy, whereas this China rose, it shows alternate phyllotaxy, that is only one uh, leaf arises from a single node. In Calotropis, two leaves arise from a single node. Now here the answer is Alstonia, which shows whorled phyllotaxy, and it has simple leaves with reticulate venation. Okay. The gynoecium consists of many free pistils in the flowers of. Okay. Now here pistil means carpel. Pistil means carpel. Okay. So you know very well that gynoecium is made up of carpels. Now carpels may be free or carpels may be fused. Here you can see if the carpels are fused. So here you can see the carpels are free. They are not fused. Then we use the word apocarpus. Okay. Syncarpus means there are many carpels. Carpels are fused. Carpels are fused. That is nothing but syncarpus. In case of Michelia, okay, there are many free pistils or there are many free carpels. So this is nothing but the ovary of or the gynoecium of Michelia champaka. So answer is Michelia. Colchicum autumnale. It belongs to family. Now, Colchicum autumnale is a plant, okay, from which a famous drug colchicine, okay, is extracted. It belongs to family Liliaceae. Colchicum autumnale belongs to family Liliaceae. Prop roots are the modifications for. Now prop roots are aerial roots, or you can say they are adventitious roots. So these are the prop roots of banyan tree. Okay, so normally roots arise from a radical. Okay, so they are called true roots. They are called true roots. But here the roots arise, okay, from the aerial parts of the plant. That is why they are called adventitious roots. So these are adventitious roots of banyan tree. So the main function of prop roots is support, to provide support to the large plant. Which of the following is not a stem modification? Flattened structure of opuntia. So it is nothing but stem. Picture of Nepenthes. Picture of Nepenthes. Well, this is the picture of Nepenthes. So Nepenthes is an insectivorous plant. Okay, and for engulfing the insects and absorbing nitrogen from their body, the leaves are modified into pitchers. So these are pitchers. Here you can see. So here it is nothing but leaf modification. It is not a stem modification. Whereas flattened structures of opuntia, they are stem modification. And even thorns of tendrils, thorns of citrus plant, they are also stem modifications, and tendrils of cucumbers are also stem modifications. So only picture of nepenthes, it is nothing but the modification of the leaf for capturing the insects. Now persistent calyx is the character of plants belonging to family. Now before that you should know what is a persistent calyx. Now normally what happens once the fruit is formed, most of the other floral parts, okay, such as calyx, corolla, andrecium, okay, they all fall off. But sometimes what happens even after the fruit formation, calyx remains with the fruit. Here you can see in case of tomato, in case of brinjal, this is the calyx. Now calyx remains with the fruit even after fruit formation. If it remains, we use the word persistent calyx. Okay. And persistent calyx is a characteristic feature of solanaceae. So all this brinjal, tomato all belong to solanaceae. Perianth is the condition in which calyx and corolla are fused. Calyx is present but corolla is absent. Corolla is present but calyx is absent. Calyx and corolla are indistinct. So this is the answer. Indistinct means you cannot differentiate clearly between calyx and corolla. Both look similar. Okay, then we use the word perianth. And the members of perianth, they are called tepals. They are called tepals. Now here you can see. So this is the corolla and these are the sepals. Okay, calyx. Can you differentiate between? They both look similar. Sepals and petals, they both look similar. So when you cannot differentiate between sepals and petals, we use the word perianth. Then in general, all these members, they are called tepals. The following is the floral formula of. Now a floral formula shows, okay, different parts of the flower and their condition. Now here these symbols, okay, now this plus symbol represents that the flower is actinomorphic, that is radial symmetrical. It can be cut into two equal halves along any vertical plane passing through the center. Now this symbol indicates that it is a bisexual flower. Both female part and male parts are present in the same flower. So here P represents perianth. P represents perianth. Okay, so its members are 3 plus 3 means there are totally 6 tepals. Okay, in 2 rows. Okay, now andrecium means stamens. So there are 3 plus 3 stamens in 2 rows. G means gynaecium. Okay, so this underline, okay, below we can say the underline of G, it represents the superior ovary condition, and gynaecium is made up of 3 carpels which are fused. So this bracket means they are fused, that is syncarpus, and the stamens are attached to perianth. So this connection between perianth and rhizome means the stamens are attached to perianth. Okay. Now this is seen in case of the family Liliaceae. So perianth is seen in case of family Liliaceae. Okay. In dash phyllotaxy, a pair of leaves arise at each node and lie opposite to each other as in dash plant. Now they have mentioned here that two leaves arise. A pair of leaves means two leaves arise from a single node and they lie opposite to each other. Now this is seen in case of opposite phyllotaxy. It is seen in case of opposite phyllotaxy, and here the plant is calotropis. The plant is calotropis. So answer is here we should fill opposite and here calotropis. So this is the calotropis plant showing opposite phyllotaxy. Here you can see from a single node, okay, two leaves arise which lie opposite to each other. Whereas in case of hibiscus, only one leaf arises from a node. So hibiscus shows alternate phyllotaxy, whereas calotropis shows opposite phyllotaxy. An example of edible underground stem is edible. Okay, there's spelling mistake. Edible actually should be B here. An example for edible underground stem is okay, something that can be eaten. So they asked underground stem. They asked underground stem. Now carrot, sweet potato, okay, and okay, carrot and sweet potato. They are modified roots. They are modified roots. They are also edible. Whereas groundnut, okay, whereas groundnut, okay, is nothing but a fruit, okay, that is formed from the flower. Okay, so even groundnut is underground, but it arises from the stem and it is modified flower actually, means the flower develops into fruit, and then the fruit, it enters into the ground. So here the answer is potato. So potato is the modification of the stem that grow underground. So here the answer for the example for edible underground stem is potato. Carrot and sweet potato are roots. Groundnut is modified flower, you can say, or you can say fruit, okay, or ripened ovary that grows into the soil. Whereas potato is a part of stem, so it is a modified stem. Leaves become modified into spines. Okay. Now in onions, silk cotton, and pea plant, there are no spines. Okay. Leaves, they become modified into spines in opuntia. So opuntia is a xeric plant which lives in, okay, extreme hot conditions, okay, extreme warm conditions. So there, if leaves are there, then it is the chances of losing water from the leaves through transpiration is more. That is why opuntia, the leaves are modified into spines. Okay, so that to reduce the water loss, and stem takes up the function of photosynthesis. So here answer is opuntia. The standard petal of a papilionaceous corolla. Okay, papilionaceous corolla means showing vexillary estivation. Okay, it is also called vexillum. The answer is vexillum. So in case of papilionaceous corolla showing vexillary estivation, there is a large petal which is called as standard or vexillum. So this standard petal is also called vexillum. Okay, then which is followed by two petals which are called as wing petals, wings, and which in turn they cover two smaller petals called keel or carina petals. Keel petals are also called carina petals. Standard petals are also called vexillum. Given below is the floral diagram of a flower. Which of the following descriptions of flower matches with the floral diagram? Heterochlamydeus, gamopetalous, pentamerous, bisexual. Heterochlamydeus, gamopetalous, tetramerous, bisexual. Homochlamydeus, polypetalous, pentamerous and bisexual. Homochlamydeus, gamopetalous, tetramerous and unisexual. Now here you should know what is the meaning of homochlamydeus and heterochlamydeus. So in homochlamydeus, okay, calyx and corolla, in homochlamydeus flowers, calyx and corolla cannot be differentiated. So there is perianth in homochlamydeus flowers. In heterochlamydeus flowers, calyx and corolla, they can be differentiated. So here in this diagram, okay, in this floral diagram, you can see that, so this is the calyx and this is the corolla. So you can differentiate between calyx and corolla in this flower. So here the answer should be heterochlamydeus. heteroclimadius. And also you see that the petals, they are fused. You can see there is a fusion at the margins. Okay, so the petals are fused. Okay, petals are fused. So we use the word gamopetalous. When the petals are fused, gamopetalous. When the petals are free, then we use the word polypetalous. So here petals are fused with each other. That is why we use the word gamopetalous. Tetramerous. Tetramerous means all the members of the four whorls, they are okay, having four members each. So there are four calyx, it means four sepals, one, two, three, four. There are four sepals, one, two, three, four, four petals, and there are four stamens, and there are the ovule. Here you can see it is tetralocular ovary, showing four ovules. So all the parts of the flower, they are four in number. Okay, so here it is tetramerous. Pentamerous means they should be five in number. Tetramerous here they are four in number. And bisexual. Now bisexual means both the andrecium and gynoecium should be present in the same flower. Here you can see these are the stamens which belong to andrecium, and these are, you can say, the carpels. Okay, or gynoecium. Both gynoecium as well as andrecium are found in the same flower. Hence, the answer is heteroclimadius, gamopetalous, tetramerous, and bisexual. This is the correct answer. This plus sign indicates that the flower is radially symmetrical or actinomorphic. Ashwagandha belongs to family. Now, Ashwagandha, Withania somnifera, its scientific name Withania somnifera. It is a medicinal plant that belongs to family Solanaceae. Belongs to family